Where are you walking to? All right, can I just walk with you there? I would just walk with you and have a conversation. Is that okay if I walk with you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for doing this. Is it cool if I walk with you guys? I'm not gonna make you late for work, am I?
No.
How far are we going?
As wherever your destination is.
What about you?
Who am I?
Who are you?
What were you thinking about right before I came up to you?
Thoraya, nice to meet you. I hear
Nice
you're
to
an
meet
internet personality.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not usually in them, but my work is online on YouTube and stuff.
And how did you get into that?
It was 7 years ago. I think I was just really into filmmaking, and I was really curious about people, and I wanted to share real stories. So I started, and it kind of just I haven't stopped since. Honestly, I'm in love with what I do. So it's really hard to do something else.
And what was the most shocking thing someone revealed to you on a neighborhood walk?
On a neighborhood. Well, this walking series I just started, but let me think about the most shocking thing.
Sorry, I'm interviewing you.
No, it's totally fine. The most shocking thing. I have a couple of shocking things, but honestly, those don't really resonate with me. But I could tell you like an answer that's really stuck with me.
Okay.
One time I met a woman. She had just lost someone, and she was just talking about grief. And I asked her like, how do you get past that? And she said something to me, even though thankfully I've never had any losses in my family. I have had like friendships that have ended, and she said something to me that has really helped me a lot. And because you do kind of grieve someone, you know, even if they're not your friend anymore.
Yes, I mean, always. You always have to uphold what the relationship was and appreciate it, even though you grieve the loss.
Yeah, exactly. So recently I was thinking about what she said. She said, you know, when you lose someone, think of it like a jar, and the hurt takes up like maybe 1/4 of the jar. That 1/4 of the jar is never gonna get smaller, but your jar gets bigger, and that kind of helps you like move
That's
on
an
a little
interesting
bit.
way to put it.
Yeah, it's kind of like your life gets bigger, you meet new people.
Your life always gets bigger, and loss is just, you know, it's surrender. You've got no choice in some losses.
Do you have any experiences with that?
Oh, yeah, plenty.
And you're willing to share?
No. I mean, just walking in this neighborhood is experiencing loss. I mean, like I was saying, I moved here very, very young to this neighborhood, and it's so different than well, actually, now that we're getting down to Avenue C, it's not that much different. Avenue C and Avenue D aren't. But New York, I had left New York for a while, traveled a lot, and moved back to New York, I don't know, about 12 years ago. And New York is the place where you can live in and miss at the same time.
While you're living in it, you miss it?
New York changes so much. I mean, this neighborhood, even looking at the street here, these streets used to look so wide because nobody would come down here. I remember when this was all burned out and there wouldn't be businesses here. And the only thing that you could shop for here would be actually literally here, narcotics. This was the street. Let's walk around the block, and then I can, you know, like even dropping off my daughter who's 10. At this point, if you know, this wouldn't have been the neighborhood where you would have dropped your 10-year-old daughter off and then wandered around. So yeah, I mean, we experience loss every day, right? Did you get to keep the cup of coffee that you drank this morning?
What was that?
Did you get to keep the cup of coffee that you drank this morning?
Did you see me get a cup of coffee?
No, I'm just assuming you did. It's gone, right?
Yeah, oh.
You miss it? So, you know, losses, there's great ones, there's small ones, and every day we got it. It's just a series of surrenders.
Does that make you sad?
Sure. Sure, we get to, you know, We just get all the sadness and joy in measure, right? We get all the suffering and all the joy that we can handle. And that's it. So yeah, it makes you sad.
Can you tell me a little bit about the things that you've kept throughout the years in New York?
Dignity, principles, dignity. I've somehow hung on to those things.
What's helped you hold on to that?
Huh?
What's helped you hold on to that?
I don't know. Grace? I don't know. Just general grace in the world? I don't know. Luck? I don't know. Those are the things you get to hold on to. You get to hold on to, people in your life, and even shifting things. There's lots that that have changed, and it still remains the same. Especially getting older. I mean, I don't feel any different than the 16-year-old kid that I was. Do you?
I feel different than, this 2024 has been probably the most pivotal year of my life.
Really? In what way?
I tried something that I had never tried before.
Which is great. That's,
And then I lost it.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear it, and congratulations. And what do you learn from that? I had gone through, there's a time where I had gone through a very significant struggle time in my life, and I always used to make this joke that one day I was going to get the fortune cookie that it was blank. And I was so worried about that, because I'm like, you get a fortune cookie and it's blank, and you're like, no fortune? There's no future? There's nothing to look forward to? And I had gone through a very significant event, and a friend of mine picked me up and took me out for Chinese food, and I got the fortune cookie that was blank. And I said the same thing that I said when you found that notebook. It's like, it just means the future is unwritten, it's yours. No, that's great news. I'm glad I did this.
I'm glad you did this too. You almost did it.
I almost didn't. But there's another thing, is the almost doing, not doing. Now,
Is this where your daughter's?
This is where I'm headed.
Okay.
Let me see if, there she is with the ponytail. She hates it.
She hates the tutoring.
Oh, of course, but she's doing great. And then I'll bring us back.
Okay.
Yeah, this has been really sweet. I'm glad I did it, because I almost was like, no, I'm all in here. I don't want to be.
Is there any ending thoughts you want to give my audience?
Oh man, like what?
Anything.
Like good luck. Good luck. We're all gonna be fine. In future time. And I don't know. That's the only thing I gotta say. Is we're all in this together. Like I actually really appreciate this. Especially, you see somebody and they're like, internet personality, and you bristle, right? You're like, internet personality. And then you're like, oh, content creator or whatever. But you're actually doing the opposite of, so what's really lovely about this is, we wouldn't have had this conversation if you didn't hit me up.
Yeah,
So I very much appreciate this.
I really appreciate you doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Space.